This video looks at the research thesis. The thesis statement drives your paper. You have a strong thesis, the likelihood of having a strong essay increases. Pay close attention to how the concept of the thesis can apply to the overall paper, individual sections, and paragraphs. Okay, I want to give a little bit more information about your thesis statement, both for your paper, for your sections, and for your paragraphs, because all of the information that I'm going to cover here applies to all three types of thesis statements. First of all, the thesis statement answers the question and outlines what your paper will do. Now, I've picked a very simple question and silly question, and then I'll illustrate with a more sophisticated. For example, maybe my question is, why should leash laws apply to cats as well as dogs? Then my thesis will indicate the specific topic, the position on that topic, and my primary reasons why that position is true. Okay, so coming from my question, my specific topic is pet leash laws. My position is that cats should be required to wear leashes when they're outside, and my primary reasons are, well, unleashed cats disrupt other animals, they destroy property, and they harm other animals, themselves, and humans. Okay, so let's look at how that comes into a thesis statement. Remember, my specific topic was pet leash laws. My position was that cats should have to wear leashes, and my primary reasons were they are disruptive, they destroy property, and they harm others. And so now you can see how I took all of those components and put them in a thesis statement. So my thesis becomes, cats should be required to abide by leash laws because unleashed cats may disrupt other animals, destroy property, and cause harm to animals and humans. You can see I've played around with the language. It's still not perfect, but this would be very easy for me to structure a paper based on this thesis. Okay, let's look at how now questions that I've created about my paper can lead me towards strong thesis statements. Looking here, you'll see that I have one primary question that I want to answer in my paper. How does the resurgence of Western films connect to post 9/11 tensions in the United States? And so then I went through and I worked from the Craft of Revision textbook, and I just brainstormed a lot of different questions about this overall topic. And then I'm going to turn these topics and questions and transfer them into a thesis statement. Take a few minutes, read through these questions. I've referenced where in the Craft of Research I came up with this category of question. You'll want to do the same thing with your own preparation for research. Okay. So here's my topic. The resurgence of Western films connect to post 9/11 tensions. Okay, my position, what am I doing about this, or what am I proving? I'm proving that it's important to see how this resurgence is tied to 9/11. It's important for us to recognize that this is happening in our culture. And what are my reasons for this position? Well, I believe that values in movies illustrate values in our society, and that these movies reinforce and promote these values, and that it can help society cope with this overwhelming event if we see what these movies are doing, and also that they can provide comfort for our society. So looking at the previous slide with my topic, my position, and my reasons, I have my thesis statement. By looking at the resurgence of Western films in post 9/11 United States, it's my topic, we can see the changing values within our culture, that's one position, and understand how our society takes comfort from these films as they reflect the problems that are both complex but also finite. Okay, so I have my position. We can see values and understand our society, and what am I going to look at? What are my reasons? Well, I'm going to look at the values, I'm going to look at the comfort, and I'm going to look at how they reflect problems that are both complex and finite. I have all of my sections outlined in this thesis, and I know what I'm proving. You'll repeat the same steps for thesis statements within each section. What is your topic, what is your position, and what are your reasons? And so here's the thesis for my paper. Here are my sections, and you can imagine how I might develop a thesis statement for each one of these topics that I'm going to cover in each of these sections. Okay, just to review, remember that it's important to do background work for your topic. I would take you back to the Craft of Research, Chapter 3. The more work that you do now, the less work you're going to have to do when you're in the paper itself. This really is going to make writing your paper easier. You want to move from topic to questions. You don't just want to start writing with a vague general topic in your mind. From your questions, you want to move to a claim. You want to have a thesis that reflects the topic and position and your reasons, and then you want to make sure that you have section thesis statements. All of these will be revealed in your proposal. As you put your proposal together, it will move you forward so that you are more effective when you are writing your research paper. Good luck.